our date is. So today is Wednesday. Yesterday was the 9th, and when I'm counting, I say 9, 10. 10 is the next day, so today is a Wednesday, March 10th, 2021. Let's figure out how many days of school we have. We got off a day somehow. I don't know. All right, so I fixed it, and so now let's add another day of school into our ones column. And now let's count and figure out how many days we've been in school. Now this big pack we know is 100. We figured that out already. We counted them by 10s. We got to 100. We bundled them up. We moved them over. This pack is 10. These little ones are 10. And then these are our ones. So we're going to count this by 100, this by 10s, this by 1s. Are you ready? 100, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116. You've been in school for 116 days. That's awesome. Now let's build 116, okay? So how many groups of 100 do we have? Just the one, right? So that's the number that needs to be in our 100 spot, and it is. There's the 1. How many groups of 10 do we have? Just one. Just one little group of 10. And we have a 1 there already, so we're good with that. Now then, how many 1s do we have? This is the part we need to count, right? See how many 1s we have in 116. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 1s, so let's switch this over. And now we have 116. Great job. That's 116. Penny, penny, easily spent, copper, brown, and worth 1 cent. Nickel, nickel, thick and fat, you're worth 5 cents. I know that. Quarter, quarter, big and bold, you're worth 25, I am told. All right, now it's time to make some words. You guys ready? R says R. K says K. C says K. V says V. Z says Z. CH says Ch. Y says Y. QU says Qu. W says W. F says F. J says J. L says O. S says S. H says H. A says A. O says Ah. E says Eh. U says I says I. T says T. G says G. P says P. M says M. M says M. D says D. TH says and TH says Remember, impolite Theo can make 2 sounds. Sometimes he makes it with his voice, and sometimes without. So here's a quiet and a loud sound. SH says shh, quiet Sean. B says B. X says, make a motion, X, X. All right, let's put together some words and we'll add Magic E and see if we can change them out. This week I want to learn about this word family, okay? A word family are words that just end the same way and the same sounds put together. This is apt, apt. Now I know that this says apt, so any letter I put in front of here, I can just make the first sound and then say apt. I don't need to blend these 2 sounds together anymore because I know A-T says apt. There's also a sight word, okay, that can make it a little bit easier. Apt. Now I'm just going to change the first sound and we'll see what words we come up with. We will add a magic E and see what we get. All right. First sound now is R. So I'm going to put R and at together. R, at, rat. Is that a real word? It is. Now let's see what happens when we add magic E. Okay. With magic E at the end, it makes A say A. So now my word is R. Ate. Rate. Is rate a real word? It is. Right. Okay. Now let's change the first sound. Okay, I'm taking away magic E. I'm going to change my first sound. Uh-oh, I can't put a K because K doesn't go with A. C goes with A, right? So let's change it. Let's put C up here. Let's put them together. You ready? at, cat. Is that a real word? Sure is. Now let's add magic E. Now A says A. Here we go. K-ate, Kate. That's a name. And sometimes people do spell it with a K. You know what's funny is usually people, with a C. Usually people do spell it with a K. Okay, let's do one more. What's my first sound now? This says at, right? At, that. That actually is a real word. It can mean like a big pot of something. Okay. Now what's gonna happen? I'm changing. Now I have a magic E. And now my word is ate, vate. No, not a real word. That's a silly word. For sure. Let's look at our shapes. Let's just pull them out. Okay, let's look at our 3D shapes today. Those can be kind of tricky. Okay. Sometimes it's easier when you actually see them. This is a sphere. Cylinder. Oh, look, I have a different cylinder. That's another cylinder. See how skinny it is? Cube. And a cone. All right, now it is time to do our dot cards. Oh, let's go. Come on. Call them out. You ready? How many? 4, 0, 2, 9, 6, 8, 1, 10, 3, 7, 5. Great job, guys.